We are on day 22 of the Whole Life Fitness Manifesto free 28-day challenge. It's craziness! I can't believe week 4. Welcome. So, how are you today?
I like these chill beats. Chill ambient beats. Boom! We wanted something good for the mobility day. I think this is good. This is good. This works well.
Yes.
All right, so good day, good day. As Christy mentioned, it's day 22. This is the start of week 4 of our 28-day phase. This is a big deal. This is a big week, guys. You've been committed, you know, the entire tribe. And I've been seeing people commenting within the private Facebook community, sending me emails, a couple Facebook messages, tweets, Instagrams, whatever. You guys have been reaching out and you've been sharing some amazing stories. Your story and some of the things that you started to notice internally that is starting to manifest externally, right? It's amazing. We start on this journey. A lot of people come to this 28-day Whole Life Fitness Manifesto with the goal to simply get a little fitter, you know, get the body a little stronger, decrease some of the aches and pains that we feel. But what's really incredible, it's that muscle between the ears that tends to get the most workouts. It's what really allows us to sustain the lifestyles, to literally go from this idea of I should, I would, I could get a little healthier, a little fitter, but then going to I want, I can, I'm excited because I can and I do and I choose myself. So we're valuing basically our bodies, our minds, our spirits, and we're prioritizing every day 30 minutes, 2% of every 24 hours. And today is no different. Day 22, I know we've had some spicy workouts over the last 3 weeks. You'll notice on the first day of every new week, we commit to moving our bodies with purpose, but through constructive, active recovery. So what do I mean by this? Mobility. And today is no different. We're going to do a 15-minute guided mobility workout. And what I'm going to encourage that you do is we're going to treat this mobility session, this 15 minutes, as also a mindful meditation. I like to zone out. And for those of you that are yogis that love the practice of yoga, you're already used to this. You really feel how your body is adapting and adjusting to these literal postures that you hold. And you focus on the breathing, the deep breathing, and being mindful of really what our body's telling us. A lot of us hold on to a lot of stress. We have certain muscles and joints that feel the strain of this stress. So we want to learn how to effectively release that. And that's through breathing practice. That is through mobility. That is through stretching. It is through movement with purpose. And so today, as we're working through the 15 minutes of our mobility, I'm going to guide you along with Christy, and we're going to really encourage that you focus on deep, controlled breathing. Really notice what your body's saying to you. So when you're sitting in on a certain stretch, if you feel like there's an area that feels a bit hot, it feels really like it's tight, very strained, almost like it's fighting you back, that's okay. Sit with that. Breathe. Really focus your attention on that area and sit in on that stretch. All right? Because it will release. I don't want you to force anything. We're going to be utilizing gravity today, our body weight especially, to ease us into these passive stretches. All right? Passive, meaning that it's not a workout, okay? This is a recovery drill. So be very mindful of that as well. So with that, I'm going to invite Christy and the girls, because we're going to do the word of the day today first. So you can think about this word as we're working through the mindful meditation. And hello to everybody that's tuning in. I just want to give a quick shout out to some folks. All right, so we got Jason. Hello, Jason Fong. How you doing? Kathy. Hello, hello. Awesome. Scott. Hey, Mr. Rod. How you doing? Ashley. Hello, hello. And Rick. Ron. Wonderful, wonderful. Wow, it's great to see everybody. Ezra. Hello, Ezra. Man, we got friends in Bali and Indonesia. We got friends in the United States. We got friends in Canada and other parts of the world. So it's wonderful to see everybody. So good morning, or good evening. All right. So what's the word of the day, Christy?
It's the letter V for values.
Values. Love it.
A person's principles or standards of behavior. One's judgment of what is important in life.
Ooh, I like it. So as you all know, every day of this phase, every day's had a letter associated to it. So we started with the letter A on day 1. Now being day 22, we're at the letter V. And the letter V, we're referring to the values. What are values to you? I like to really think of my values, my core values. All right? These are often non-negotiables for us. These are the things that resonate intrinsically within us, and they literally act as a guiding light Or for some people, imagine a lighthouse and a foggy bay, and you're a ship at sea, and your core values, your value system that really guides you in doing the things that you do daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, for the rest of your life is that lighthouse. It guides your boat. It helps you steer on some of those dark days where we feel sometimes lost in the direction that we're going in life. So realize, what are your core values? What do you know to be true today that's important to you today that will be important to you on the day that you die? What are those guiding values? I know for myself, fitness, faith, family, those are very important to me. You know, my health is a core value. What are some of yours? What are those non-negotiables you are not willing to deviate from? You're going to give them priority in your daily life, in your schedule, right? So anyways, those are values. I want you to think about values and what you value most in your life, and what are those guiding principles in your life as we work through today's stretches, okay? So cool. Get your mats ready, guys. I will recommend that you also get a towel, all right, if you're not, if you don't already have one. Some of the stretches that we're doing today, if you're really tight, especially, we're going to be focusing a lot on the hips, a little bit on the hamstrings, a little bit of glute work, and we will do a little bit of shoulders and upper back as well. So it's going to be a full body sort of an opener, but do realize some of the stretches that we will be holding involve us down on the mats on our knees. So if you have sensitive knees, or you're just not quite as mobile yet, notice I'm using the word yet, because I know with consistent effort you can become mobile. We're all born that way. We just tend to lose it over time, but we can get it back. So get yourself a towel just in case you have to put it underneath your knees during some of the stretches. Are we good? Everybody hear me all right? Wonderful. All right. So with that, let's get set up, ready to go. Christie's going to man our timer. She'll be doing some stretches off here on the mat. I'm going to make sure I get you in there, Christie. Woo! As I break things. Knock my speaker over.
I'm ready.
Ready? We all ready? You guys ready? I know you're ready. Hey, Scott, how you doing? Good to see you, my man. All right, I think everybody can see me here. Perfect. Ezra, thank you for the thumbs up. I know everybody can hear us all right. I'll make sure I speak up. You can see my mat area. I think we're good. I think we're great, actually. It's a great morning. Hey, I'll talk about it after. I could get sidetracked all day long. For our very first stretch, we're gonna hold for 1 minute. Is gonna be a sumo squat. So before Christie starts the timer,
there's 10 movements that we'll go through today.
10 movements today. So the very first one, before we start the timer, let's all get in position. All right, so a sumo squat, you're gonna go double wide. So imagine twice the width of your shoulders. That's how wide I want your stance. Toes pigeoned out slightly. We're going to pitch our hips backwards, maintaining a proud chest. We're gonna lower ourselves down, try to get those legs to a right angle, pressing the knees out. We're gonna get into a sumo squat hold. Everybody down in the hold, or otherwise known in martial arts especially, it's also called a horse stance, okay? So everybody get down in this position. You can put the arms out in front if you want. Great. Start the timer, Christie. All right.
First, we have to have music. That's most important.
Well, let's get the timer going first. All right. So if you like, you can position your arms on the inside of your... Keep it down a bit. Put them on the inside. Really press those knees out. You're going to feel a lot in the hips. You might be feeling a bit in the lower back, a little bit in the hamstrings.
Sumo squat.
All good. Proud chest. Why we're starting with the squat is we're going to end 1 minute sumo squat at the very end of our 15 minutes. I want you to see how your hips change, how your body feels. Really take note of where you're feeling the tightness right now. Good. I like to put my elbows on the inside and really press my knees out. Proud chest. Remember, deep breathing, right? Engage your core slightly just to allow that bit of a brace for your back. You're probably feeling it in the hamstrings. It's all good. After this, we're going to be moving into a rag doll. Not to worry, we're back up to our feet in a sec.
One more big inhale, then exhale.
3, 2, 1. Ragdoll.
Standing up. Shake the legs up for a second, guys. All right, we're going to go nice and wide on our mat. Nice and wide on our mat. I just want you to pivot from the hips. All right, try to keep those legs fairly straight. The knees might be slightly bent. Just dangle the arms, okay? Just dangle the arms, the upper body. Gravity at work here. Gravity at work. Deep breath. You'll probably be noticing that if you're really tight in your hamstrings, you have a job where you spend a lot of time seated. You'll notice that your hip flexors might shorten up a bit, your hamstrings are overly tight. It's going to affect your glutes, it's going to affect your lower back, it's going to affect your quads, your IT bands, all these muscles in around this area, which creates a lot of back strain. So what we're doing here is we're stretching all those areas out.
1 more minute left.
Deep breaths, guys, deep breath. Nice and easy. Remember, we're not forcing any of these poses today. No forcing of the stretch. Just deep breath in, deep breath out. Really be mindful of what your body's saying to you. After this, we're going to be going to our left side iguana stretch, and I'll walk you through that in a second here.
Inhale and exhale.
All right, nice and easy.
3, 2.
Come on up.
Left side iguana.
All right, we're gonna stride forward with our left leg. We're gonna dip down as if we're doing a lunge in the left side. Right knee is gonna touch the floor, extending the right leg out behind us. I'd like you to sit in, bring your hands down to the mat in alignment with your feet. We're ideally trying to stack the knee joint over the ankle joint, nice vertical shin. You're gonna sit in on this stretch. All right, really focus on that foot being flat. That left foot flat on the ground. Weight in the heel. Hands down in front. Press the knee out, pull it out. You should feel a nice stretch in your hip there. You're probably also noticing a nice stretch on your right side, your hip flexor especially, or something called your psoas muscle. All right, so that's getting a nice good stretch. You might be feeling it in the quads, you may be feeling it in the glutes. Remember, you're gonna feel it wherever you are most tight right now. Just let gravity sort of work for you as it pulls your upper body closer to the floor. This is a 2-minute hold. We got 1 minute left. If you feel like you're nimble enough and you're feeling a bit open and you can move it down a bit more, you can do like what Christie's doing, nice down. Awesome. Keep holding. 30 seconds. Great work, everybody. Hold that stretch. Now we're going to move into a left hamstring stretch, and I'll walk you through that in a second. We're going to hold that one for a minute. This is a nice big hip opener right now, guys. Good for the glutes, good for the hips, good for the quads. Just less than 10 seconds left.
3, 2, 1. Left side hamstring stretch.
You're going to sit back onto that right leg, and as you're doing so, you come up with the left heel, point the toes away, position your hands on the two sides, so left side, right side of that hamstring, or sorry, your left leg. Again, your upper body, your gravity right now is going to allow you to deepen that stretch. Your knee should be slightly bent, not fully locked out. Everybody should be feeling it in their hamstring right now, that left hamstring, and that is perfect. If that's where you're feeling it, that's a good sign. Remember, deep breathing, guys. Really pay attention to where you're feeling the stretch. You got about 10 seconds left.
Three, 2, 1. Right side iguana.
Come on up. Now we're going to the right side. Remember the stretch? Same idea. Left hand, right hand down on the mat. Right foot forward, left leg extended back. Remember that weight in the heels there. You should wiggle those toes in that right foot. Pressing the knee out. Left leg, left foot, extended nice out behind you. I think you can see mine right now in the stretch. As you let your body weight or your upper body gravitate towards the floor, let gravity pull us down, you're going to notice that the stretch can get a little deeper. You can sit down in on that stretch if you want. Forearms on the ground. Good work, guys. Tribe, you got it. You're doing great. This is a 2-minute hold. We're getting there. Enjoy the stretch. 45 seconds left. Great work, guys. Yeah. We're doing a right side hamstring stretch, similar to what we did on the left side.
3,
Start
2,
to come out of your iguana.
1. Right side hamstring stretch.
Hands straddle that right leg as we sit back on the left leg. Up onto the right heel. Point the toes away. Wiggle those guys. Remember, we're letting our upper body, the gravity, just sort of let us sit in on that hamstring stretch. Don't force it. Don't force any of this. You shouldn't be feeling any pain. Good work, guys.
Three, 2, 1. Puppy pose.
All right, ease out of that. Bring both knees down together on the mat. We're now going to extend the hands. We're going to sit our sit bones, our butt right back. You'll notice that your hips up in the air. As you bring that chin down towards the floor. You'll feel a good stretch in the middle to upward back. Puppy pose. Puppies know what's up. For those of you that have dogs, you see them do this stretch all the time. We can learn a lot from the animal kingdom. There's a reason why we don't see dogs working at a desk all day. They got it right. 10 seconds. Slowly start to come out of that.
3, 2, 1.
We're going to come up to all fours. Take your right hand. You're now going to thread the needle underneath the left side, palm facing up. You're going to feel a nice stretch in that right shoulder. Again, we're letting gravity do the work here.
Three, 2, 1.
Come on up, back to all four positions. Take the left hand, stretching underneath the right side. Bringing your right ear down towards the mat. You're going to feel a nice stretch in the left side now. Left ear down to the mat.
Frog pose.
Come on into that. We're gonna move into a frog pose now. Frog stretch. This is where I was talking about on your knees. So we're gonna go as wide as you feel comfy. We're gonna go wide with those knees. You notice that my feet are down on its side, sort of like a frog was sitting on it. Down on my forearms. Now as I start to sit my hips back, and you can take note of this too, the further you sit those hips back towards your feet, the more of a stretch you'll feel in the in your groin. This is a really good groin opener. Fairly passive, but if you find that you have sensitive knees or your knees are a bit sore, this is where I would suggest padding it with the towel. We're just going to sort of sit in on this, just lots of deep breathing, really focus how your groin's feeling, how's your hamstrings, your hips.
Halfway there.
One more minute. When we come out of the frog pose, you want to come out of it nice and controlled. Don't rush out of this one.
We have our final sumo squat. Can you believe that's almost 15 minutes? That went so fast.
So good.
Oh.
Three, two, one. Sumo squat.
All right, come out of that frog stretch, slow and controlled. Remember, we want to go double wide with those feet. We're going to get down to that nice sumo squat position like we started today with. How do those hips feel? I bet you notice that it's a lot easier to get in the position now. You probably feel less strain on the lower back. Nice work. Got about 30 seconds left and then we're done our 15 minutes. Amazing work, everybody.
Three, two, one. Your timer is complete.
Oh, yeah. All right, just sort of get those hips all loose, loosen up a bit. Woo! Well done. Ooh. My head's cut off. Hey, great work, guys.
Nicely done.
Very well done. It was amazing. How you guys feeling? How you feeling? Honestly, like you guys feeling a bit looser, a bit more stretched out? Well done. Of course, what we just took you through is 15 minutes. Now, if that feels good, which I know it does, your body sometimes just craves this, right? We spend a lot of time, a lot of us do, seated, in a seated position, whether it be at our tables eating, whether it be at a desk working, whether it be in a car driving, or sitting on the couch watching TV, right? We have to recognize that all this inactivity or this lack of movement creates some imbalances in our body. It really creates a lot of pain long term because we see the ligaments, the tendons, the musculature of our bodies, even our bone density start to change. Not in a good way, it's regressive, not progressive, all right? We don't see the natural progression that we want to see as we age. We want to age well, right? We want to be able to feel good and say yes to certain things in life because we know we have the physicality to do so. We have the confidence to say yes and try new things.
Not feel like a grandpa, Ezra said.
Exactly, not feel like a grandpa. Or maybe we have to change that way of looking at grandpas, right? I've seen some pretty impressive 90-year-olds out there, And man, they can kick my butt in a workout. And I want to be that kind of a grandpa. I want to be the fit grandpa, you know? And I think as we start to create a regular practice around improving our own mobility and practicing self-care as it relates to our ability to move through life well, age well, we prioritize our time, we can truly make that our reality. But we have to choose to do it, and then we have to apply action to that choice and do it on a regular basis. So even if you are going to find yourself watching TV or a Netflix original series on binge over a weekend, take some time, put a mat down. You can do both at the same time. Do something positive while you're doing something passive. All right? Make sense? Guys, the word of the day today was values. Think about values. How does value show up in your... Oh boy. Holy, I'm awake. All right, think about values today, right? What are your guiding values? What are the values that you will never, ever deviate from? I want you to learn how to prioritize those. Really make those your guiding lights. Help them guide you in the decisions you make to the life that you're creating and living into. Really spend some time thinking about that. Enjoy day 22. Welcome to week 4. Congratulations for prioritizing time for you. Thanks for showing up. And again, we'll be back tomorrow for day 23. So tune in, same time, same place.
And today marks prep week for RBT Shred. So congratulations to those that are upping their game and are really taking their training to the next level. It's an amazing community, way more intimate, live Q&As, meal plans. We're super pumped to release this next round and all those that have joined us so far. So there's still still a few spots left. So rbtshred.com. If you guys want any more information, you know how to find us. Otherwise, see you tomorrow.
Be well, guys. Talk to you soon. Thanks
Bye.
again.